I'm at a period of my life where I can really effortlessly execute the art of Wu Wei. Now, if this is your first time hearing about Wu Wei, essentially it translates to inaction or no action. But what does it mean? How have I been able to use Wu Wei in this period of my life? Now, before I go into the current situation, let me explain to you how I was living previously. Now, I was someone focused on maximum efficiency. Much like Alex Hormozy talks about, there's optimizers and there's maximizers. And I understood that doing sheer volume, tremendous amounts of work would lead to significant progress. And that's exactly what I did. There was a period of my life just before learning the Taoist way of Wu Wei, where I was focused on 100-hour work weeks. I was working like a madman. 2 jobs, making sure to stay fasted in between, catch every single prayer, try as many in the mosque as possible, all while trying to have the best physique I could, uploading, and it led to probably more than I expected. I did the work and I got the results, just like I thought, right? Because, again, referring to Alex Hormozy here, diminishing returns is still returns. However, and this is where I frame the anti-Hormozy tactic. If we look at this period of my life and we were to bring up a graph, this maximizer routine where I was working 100-hour work weeks got me to a certain point, right? But then you burn out. But then you run out of steam. Then you've reached a brand new level where you need to change your inventory because you've got a new boss to face. And that's where I am at the moment. So to maximize now makes no sense. Now it makes sense to sit back and reflect. The way, and this is WEI. The way is not the way if you call it the way. What does this mean? Am I just talking heebie-jeebies right now? I want you to think of a riverbank and we can make sense of this. So picture a riverbank. How does the water flow, right? Think of the noise. Think of the blue water and the sun hitting it and the little glistens. There's beauty in that, right? There's not much going on. It's not a Mr. Beast edit. It's not a Rihanna song. It's not a fast car. It's just water flowing through its natural course. But God has made that so beautiful. There's an element of joyous meaninglessness here, which Alan Watts talks about. It's beautiful just because it's beautiful. I don't need to give you an extra reason. As you imagine this riverbank, you understand that there's beauty in just pure movement and motion, in the stillness. And that's where I find myself today. After maximizing, after going through the 100-hour work weeks and getting myself to a certain level, I understand that we've hit a certain terminal velocity if we use our physics brain. There's this inertia I'm feeling right now. And Chris Williamson talks about it in between levels. As you defeat the final boss of the last round and you get ready for the challenge up ahead. It's this lonely chapter. It's this solitary medium that everyone must endure. And now you may have people around you, but this lonely chapter is very much mental because you yourself must acknowledge that the old me is dead and gone. Shout out Justin Timberlake. Dead and gone, baby. He's gone. And so the way the old me would think doesn't even exist. And the challenges I'm facing, I've not dealt with before. And so sometimes you must flow like the river we just mentioned, my brother. Flow like the water. I understand there's a course much like the river, and we must walk along the riverbank and see where the journey takes us. So if you find yourself now in between jobs, in between maybe a relationship, in between any arc in your life, you've gone from fat to a good physique and now you're thinking, do I start a sport? Do I bulk? Right? Anytime you've made accomplishments, because this is winner Krizz, so I'm assuming you've done a lot, my brother. We're coming towards the end of the year. This is the time when you either regret or you're in just utter gratitude to God to say, I've made it this far and how do I keep on pushing? How do I use the motion I've built and carry this momentum forward on our quest of momentum mastery, baby? We talk about this all the time here at Winner Krizz. So ask yourself, if you're watching this video honestly and truthfully now, are you happy with the progress you've made this year? I hope so. And if you aren't, then there's plenty of time to lock in. We've started a paid school community, and if you need an accountability voice, a brotherhood, and more of this sort of content that helps you lock in and dial in and align your goals, then check out the link in the description. And to the boys who have put in the work, let me know in the comments, baby, how you're feeling. Because really, we shouldn't be losing steam, boys. Like I said, right now it's woo way. Doesn't mean I ain't moving, baby. But we flowing. We're in flow. Sage mode. The boys got a robe on. Boys, that's it from Winner Krizz. Take it easy, baby.